Hi, my name is Safinsandré. I'm here with Waveforevafilms doing this interview.
I'm Ruby. Let's get right into it. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Haitian, first of all. I've been doing music ever since I remember. I've been doing music since I was a little girl, since I've been in church. Always loved to sing. My mom's a singer. My dad sings. They've always sang around the house. So I've always loved music as a part of me. Yeah, it's kind of what it pushed me to do music, is that my family were always singing together. Like before praying, we were always like singing as a group. My mom thought she was gonna make like a mini Jackson 5 out of us. It just didn't happen because we weren't interested. I was the only one who really wanted to like pursue music. Me and my brother, actually.
So you were the only Michael in your
Well,
family.
no, my brother actually started. He's the one who really pursued music. As I was a kid watching him, I feel like at some point I was like, I kind of want to do this thing too. So, yeah, he was the Michael. There were two Michaels in my family.
Your interest in singing sparked in church. Did you do like the church choir, or you just some days were like, yeah, I want to sing a little tribute to God?
I did the church choir. I did the worship team. I've been singing in church. Oh my goodness. I've been singing in church for a long time, in different churches. Even when I moved to California, I started singing at my church. Like, I usually always get involved in church, and it's usually singing. So.
Say you're a big church girl, like religious, you're into God.
Yes, I would say. I mean, I wouldn't say religious. I don't like the word religious because I feel like it's about relationship. Like, I feel like I have a relationship with God, but I don't follow like a religion and feel like there are rules and things that I have to follow. Like, it's like, where's your heart with God? And that's it. That's how I feel.
Okay. So what's your music about? Are you like, city girl, shaking ass, gang gang pra pra? Good vibe and like mellow when you with that blunt,
I don't smoke. Honestly, my music is about me. It's about my journey with love, my journey with life, and just finding the right people, finding the right spaces. Most of my songs is about just the people that I've been with or the people that I surround myself with. Sometimes it'll be something as simple as like me feeling some type of way. Like I'll come home and I'm feeling some type of way, and my studio or my mini studio is right across from my bed. So I could just be laying in bed and be like, I'm feeling some type of way. I'm about to hop out of this bed and write a song. So it's just my feelings, just how I feel, moment to moment, honestly.
Okay. When it comes to songs and the melody, like some people talk about their feelings with certain types of, I would say, energy. Like for example, Krishan Rock, like her energy is like more of like hostile, loud, angry. There's what's her name? The one that there's Saza or Saz. I never pronounce.
I
can never pronounce her name right.
I don't remember, but
it's
I think
SZA.
Yeah.
Her types of songs are like more of like mellow. There's like the Keisha Cole one. It's mellow but soulful. So what kind of song is yours?
So honestly, if you actually like listen to like what I put out, I guess I only have 4 songs out right now released. And 2 of them are like Caribbean. Well, one of them is Caribbean vibe. The other one's an Afro vibe. I have a pop, and I have like kind of like a hip hop vibe. So it's like I blame it on the fact that I lived in so many different places. California, Georgia, Missouri, like Florida, Massachusetts. Like I've been around so many different groups of people that like my music is just all over the place because I listen to almost everything. Honestly, everything. Like as long as it's a good song, it's a good vibe, like I'm for it. Like I love music. Like that's it. Like I could listen to instrumentals all day. I could listen to just a cappella all day. Like I just love music. Like that's kind of my drive. Like I love it. I feel like if you were to listen to what I have like on my computer, it's just everything. Everything is different. Like you could
everything that's you.
Yeah, you could find pop, you could find hip hop, you could find techno, you could find trap. Like I just listen to instrumentals and I'm just like, all right, we're doing this. Or sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, I have a whole song in my head. I just need to find any beat to throw it on. So it depends.
Very.
Yeah.
How has it been like moving around, living from different places? Like, do you feel like it changed you, opened your mind, or at least you just experienced new people, new places, new things?
I think that when I was young, because it started when I was young, it wasn't something that I did as an adult. I mean, I did a lot of it as an adult, like by choice, like moving to California. But the beginning of me moving around was because my parents wanted to, first of all, come from Haiti to America, and then we came to Massachusetts, and then we moved to Florida first, and then Georgia, and then Missouri, and then so on. Was because they were looking for a change, something different, and for us, me and my siblings at the time, like I think it was hard because we were leaving friends and leaving things that were familiar. But I'm so happy that they did it because I don't really get attached to things, or like I don't get attached much. Like, not that I have an attachment problem, but it's like I love newness. I love experiencing new things. Like if for whatever reason it would help me out to move to Canada, I'm moving to Canada tomorrow. Like, it's just like, you know, like my family is they ground me and they're my safe space, and I'm always gonna come back to Massachusetts as long as they're there. But I don't have a husband, I don't have kids. I would go to China if that's where my heart leads me. Like, that's because they instilled like that, always move, always like look for something better, you know. And it's not nothing to anybody who's experienced this lifestyle, but I didn't experience being born in one place, living there, going to the middle school. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people who like go to the elementary and the middle school and the high school, and they've been in the same
college,
city their whole life.
The job,
like,
friends.
I
grocery store, same one all the time.
I'm like one of those people, like I'm just like, oh, like I'm hearing Atlanta's popping, like maybe I'll move there, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just pack up. Like, when I moved to California, I left with 2 suitcases and I was like, I'm out. Like,
I would have loved to be able not to remember the aisle chocolates at. You'd be like, yo, do you know where chocolates at? Like, or you just walking down.
Listen, look at the map. Put your finger on it and go.
Listen.
You can always come back.
With this conversation, Thailand.
Do it. Why not? Even if it's for 3 months.
It's not like it's just the place. It's more of the life that I want to live. I don't mind consistency as long as the consistency is kind of like a graph that goes up and down. Yeah. You know, it's like the location or the type of life could be the same, but my day-to-day experience is different. But I've always wanted to, like, personally, when I grow up, I don't want to live in the city. I don't want to live in the suburban area. I want, like, a land.
You want to be, like, rural?
Yeah, like, I want to have a whole garden farm in the back of me. I got some little chickens.
I lived in Georgia, and that was kind of the lifestyle we lived, and I loved it until you really have to, like, travel and go to the corner store, and it's not a corner store. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to drive far to go to, like, Walmart. Like, you know what I mean? And that's like the store. Like, it's cute. It's cute because it's like you're secluded. You have, like, you know what I mean? You have the quietness and everything. But it's like, you don't want to meet what's living out in those woods.
I mean, as long as you don't touch my chicken, I'm fine with that. As long as you don't touch my chicken. But, like, I've just always been that type of person. I don't know. Yeah. I've always liked the whole, like, oh my gosh, let me pick an orange. And I don't got to drive to the store. It's like, let me just
go to Florida.
Put my hand out my store. I mean, out my window, just grab a little mango. Yeah. I've always liked that. But travel-wise, I would love to travel. I just don't know who's going to take care of my chickens. But yeah.
Your chickens, no, definitely. It's a lot of work, for sure.
But it sounds pretty amazing, honestly. It's like new people, new things. There's like how many countries, how many states, how many regions, and you're just gonna stay here.
I always tell people, like, people be like looking for their soulmate or their husband, their person, or their wife in their city, I'm just like, how about if he's in Paris or she's in Tokyo? Like, you know what I mean? There's so much world for you not to see it. It's a shame.
My little cousin and I had this thing where when we watch so much movies, we're like, we're gonna go to Great Britain and we're coming back with a husband, a British husband.
Listen, they love black girls out there.
So it's like, what, catch me in Great Britain in a couple? I don't know. Just get
London,
up and just
UK, listen.
It's like, mommy, listen. This Dave, this mommy. We just met, no, but you remember when I went to Great Britain for a little? Yeah.
I'm sure she'd be happy.
Yeah, she'd be like, okay. The first thing, like, you know God?
That, I know, I was going to say that's what matters. Yeah,
yeah, no, he knows
what matters. Yeah.
He knows God, that's why. The ring is on my finger. If he didn't, it's like...
He would have been wasting your time.
So how's the path been like doing music?
It's been interesting because I think it's been a battle for me mentally because I'm trying to do things my way and I always forget that I want to do it God's way and incorporate him in every single detail of my life. And sometimes like I'll run with it. I'm like, okay, this is what's working. Then like I will feel the pull from God, like, no, relax. Like I didn't, you know, tell you to take those steps. And so it's been a learning process, I will say. Cause it's with the music industry, like there's so many fake things that glow or shine. And you have to learn to be hungry and not thirsty. You know what I mean? And people don't realize that it's such a thin line between being hungry and thirsty. And I just don't think that you should ever be thirsty for anything in life. You know what I mean? Because I love music. Music is something that I don't do. I just am. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have my studio not in a different room, but in my bedroom because I literally wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, I'm going to record something and go back to bed. You know what I mean? Like, it's just me. Like, I don't record music to put out. I record music because I have to. Like, I have to release. It's my therapy. So it's like, if I can make music the rest of my life, I'm successful. Like, that's just what it is for me. Like, as long as I'm able to do what I love to do, I win. Like, so.
Okay. So you do, I won't say like church music, but you do some music dedicated to God?
I have not released anything, but I've played with the idea in my Logic Pro. So
Okay.
yeah, nothing released yet though.
So besides the love for music and your little Jackson too, what else would you say gave you like, you know how like you could wake up one day where you're like, I want to do this, but it's just a thought. Like, I want to do this, I'm going to do this, but then there's that day you wake up and like, I don't just want to do this or gonna do this. I'm doing it right now. What was that right now go for you?
I was in a relationship for a long time, and we moved across the country together, and it was, you know, relationships aren't easy, and being separated for the first time from your family is a lot of pressure on your relationship, because being in a whole new area and all you know is that person, you tend to kind of cling to them because they're now your only family in a sense, you know what I mean? So I think that there was just so much going on in my life at that time that I was just under so much stress. And this was before I was creating. And I was just like, I need to release this somehow. So I don't know what possessed me to take out a pen and a paper. And I wrote a song, like literally never really wrote a song before. And I wrote it to Dancing with My Father. I think it was like To Dance with My Father Again. I forgot the actual lyrics, but Luther Vandross, Dancing with My Father Again. And I just wrote a song, like an angry song. And I was just like, that made me feel so much better. And I remember thinking to myself, and I wasn't liking modeling, I was modeling at the time. And I was like, I don't like this. This is not what I want to do. And so I remember I prayed about it, and I was going to one LA. I don't know if you've heard of Sarah Jakes Robert, TD Jakes. No, she's a very popular preacher. But she does a lot of like motivational. Like she's it's probably ringing a bell because she's very popular. But I was going to her church, and I remember I was like, God, like I remember praying, and I was like, God, give me a word today. And for whatever reason, the whole sermon was about singing. And at some point, she was like, you should just do it. She was like, you should just do it. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that was a word for me. And I was just like, honestly, like, I don't know. I was like, I never thought of myself pursuing music, but I was just like, I'm just gonna just check it out. And so I started like hanging around studios and talking to people and just kind of, I guess, took the jump without really knowing I was taking the jump, I guess.
What role do you want to play in the music industry?
I love creating. I love creating music. I think that's a tricky question because I do love to create music, but being in certain spaces, rooms, for me has made me see that the music industry can be a little funny. And
everything in life.
No, literally. And so sometimes I think to myself, like, could I be a writer? Like sometimes I wonder if that's something that I could do, or if I would really want to just do that. But I don't know. Like to me, I would still be creating, but I've never thought of myself creating for someone else. And I'm like, honestly, maybe, yeah. Like there's some songs I write, and I'm just like, I couldn't see myself putting this out. Like this is a feeling that I have, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how like you have your brand, you have like you, and I'm just like, this is so not me. You know what I mean?
It's like it's more of like a personal. I want to release something.
Yeah, I'm like, I would give this to someone else. So I'm just like, I wonder if I maybe be interested in writing for other people. Like,
you know.
But yeah, but right now I think the role that I am most interested in is being an artist and singing my own songs. So.
Okay. What product are you working on right now?
I'm working on actually 3 songs at the same time right now. I work on, like I used to go to the studio, and whenever I would be there, there would be like other artists there, and they would be like, can I hop on your song? And there was one song where I was writing it for me and another person, and that person was just like, this is just me and you. I don't want anybody else on the song. And so the other person was like, okay, well then can you write a song for us? Like, can you write a song so that I can jump on it? And then the person that was with them was like, yeah, me too. So then I ended up starting like working on songs for other people. So I'm just working on a few projects. Working on a few projects more than I intended to right now. So,
are your friends and family supportive of what you do?
It's an interesting question. I think that my siblings are supportive in their own way. They're definitely supportive. They, you know what I mean? They shot like my last music video. They shot it with me. Like me and my sisters, we shot it. And I feel like they love my music. They always like encourage me and stuff. But I feel like as an artist or as a creator, I feel like you get into this space where you sometimes feel like people aren't supporting you the way you want them to support you. But I will say that like, I have my moments where I feel supported by the people around me, and then I have my moments where I'm just like, dang, like I wish they would do more, you know what I mean? But I will say that my family, they share my music, they bump my music, they, you know, tell people about it. So it's like, I do feel supportive. Of course, I have Haitian parents who are gonna tell me like, you should not be doing this, you should be a doctor, go back to school, go be a nurse.
Yeah, so it's always that moment.
But yeah, no, I feel like my friends and my siblings, they're on my side, they're on my team. They are my team, I will say.
Do you have anyone you would want to collab with?
Riri, like who doesn't? After that performance, like Rihanna, she's like I love her. Like I would absolutely want to, you know, do a performance, a video, something with her. We had the same birthday, so we're Pisces twins. So I would absolutely love to do something with her. That'd be dope.
What about local artists in Massachusetts?
Local
Boston,
artists.
say.
I don't know any artists that I remember by name, but I have been, because I haven't really been back in Massachusetts that long, but I have been kind of getting hip to some of the artists out here, and I didn't realize that we have some good artists out here. Like, I didn't even notice that, like, Boston was, like, starting to move. Like, it's really starting to move.
It is.
And also kind of, like, watching, like, the interviews. I'm just, like, checking people's music through there. And I'm like, you're good. But, like, we have some really good artists. I'll definitely, look into it more and know them by name for future references. But we have some fire artists out here, for sure.
What is your favorite song you would want to perform?
Not a song that I have out, but if I had to choose between the songs that I have out, I would say Honest, the last song that I dropped.
Where do you see yourself in a couple years?
I know that it's important to be like, I see myself here, I see myself doing this, doing that. But I think I would love to see myself performing, seeing the numbers that I want to see, and doing what I love to do, and it's supporting my life. But where do I see myself? I see myself wherever God is leading me. Wherever He takes me, I'm gonna be content and be happy.
What message would you like to give any upcoming artists, locally, worldwide?
I would say that do what you love to do, and do it being yourself. For me, I think a lot of people ask me, like, what's your genre? What type of music do you make? Like, what's your box, pretty much? I just don't feel like you need to have a box. I don't think you need to be placed in a box. I think that you could do whatever you want to do. Like, it's not about, I don't think it's about the numbers or it's about making money. Like, I mean, that stuff is great. It's great. But I think what it's about is, do you enjoy what you're doing? Are you doing it your way, and are you doing it being yourself? Just be yourself and let it be fun. If it's not fun, then why are you doing it? You know what I mean? So just enjoy what you do. Every aspect of it.
Lastly, where can the fans find you, the viewers?
On my Instagram and YouTube. I'm on everything as Safinsandre, my name. At Safinsandre, which is spelled Safinsandre, pronounced Safinsandre. Not Safi, Safinsandre. Safinsandre.
Every time, where have you been?